We got that business, bitches. So remember, like and share the broadcast. Hashtag Daily Swole Club. Like, share, hashtag Daily Swole Club to get your one-on-one with a papa, a motherfucking Swoleio with fucking Everest and K2 flexing on you.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Knowledge nukes dropping like crazy, and some absolute full-blown knowledge fisting. So, better set that gyno appointment because I'm about to go in and take a fucking pap smear of these sick fucking gains. That's gross. Episode 357 is about why my secret works. And a lot of you have seen my video talking about Swolga and this is my secret. And a lot of you have been messaging about that saying, oh man, like how long you been doing Swolga? How long you been doing? Let me explain a little bit to everyone that's joining me live at 12 noon Eastern time right here on Facebook, watching on YouTube and or listening to the podcast and SoundCloud. Podcast on SoundCloud and iTunes. People, like I said, bitches, snitches, busters, hustlers, hoes, anyone that wants to tune in, tune the fuck in. What I want to talk about is why I call all of this my secret. And some of you might even remember when I did a video months back, maybe even a year ago at this point, that there is no secret to fitness. There is no secret. So, okay. There's no secret to fitness. There's no magic pill. There's no fancy thing. There's no fancy method. One thing does not ever necessarily work better than something else based on what your goal is, what the person is. There's no one road to success with anything, really with anything. So there's nothing that is keeping you here that there's nothing that I'm saying that is 100% across the board for everyone. It's impossible. I can't cover 7 billion people with one train of thought, with one mentality. And that's why there are different channels. That's why there's different videos. That's why there's only one Papa Swoleio, and everyone knows that. There's only one Papa Gains. There's only one conductor of the gain train, and you all know that to be true. However, there's a lot of material out there. There's a lot of channels on TV. There's a lot of websites. There's a lot of Facebook pages and Instagram pages. There's a lot of shit out there. Okay, so first off, love you. Thank you so much for your attention, especially those who are watching live now. That being said, there's not one road to success. There's not one road to success. So, what makes this the right road? What makes this a good path to take? What makes Swolenormous something that you can trust? And that's what it comes down to. I want to really think about all that. So, but let's talk about trust. Okay? Let's talk about trust. This is a relationship. This right here is a relationship. This is you and me. And I'm talking to a phone. I know that. But I'm talking to you. I'm talking to the people that are watching. I'm talking to you. I'm looking at you. Like literally everything I say, I'm looking at you. I'm not looking at 60, 1,000, 10,000 people. I'm looking at you. So this is a relationship. This is an exchange. Your attention, but it's also trust. It's like any relationship, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, friend, business, it's a relationship. And there has to be trust. So this, where this all is today with Swolenormous, wouldn't be here without trust. You're not listening. You're not taking my advice because you don't trust me. You're not purchasing my 90-day dash program or premium because you don't trust me. You're not signing up for Swolga and Mobility because you don't trust me. You're doing all this because you trust me. But let's talk about that. Let's talk about trust. Let's talk about why you trust me. Because not just only giving me your attention and believing what I say and following and supporting the brand and liking and sharing the broadcast, the Daily Swole Club and all that stuff, you're also financially, like you're buying products, like you're buying the program and you're getting a ton of value, like ever so much more, like the value is, bar none, but like you're investing not just emotionally in time, you're investing investing financially. You're investing. So it's a relationship. There's trust. But how did this trust even happen? Just because I go live every day? Just because I do a fucking live broadcast every day? In part, right? In part because you trust my words. Like, I practice not what I preach what I practice. Like, I'm doing it. I'm doing the consistency. You see I have muscles. You know I work out. You hear what I say. And you might not understand every little thing that I say, but at this point you trust me that what I'm saying is authentic. So let's talk about authenticity. That is why you trust me. That's why you trust me, because I don't sugarcoat things. If I want to talk about knowledge fisting and going balls deep and giving people the tip and giving everyone that loves the D and they're showing up to this because they love the knowledge D, they love getting slapped across the face with the D, if I want to say it, I say it. I'm not trying to sugarcoat this. I'm not going to be censored. I don't care. If you're offended by my style of humor, then don't watch my shit. I mean, that's that. The knowledge has been proven. And also because I never claim to know everything. And I'm honest about it. I'm honest about it. And there's nothing more trustworthy or authentic about someone that admits and knows when he doesn't know something. And I'll tell you, if you ask me a question about nutrition and I'm like, I'm not sure what the latest research is. Like, here's what I know about or I'm aware of, but I would recommend you look into that. I don't know everything. I don't know everything. I never claim to know everything. I know what works for me. I know what has worked for me when I've, helped people before. So I know what works for a vast majority. But it doesn't mean that everything that I say is going to work for you. It doesn't. It can't. That's ego. It doesn't, you can't even, it doesn't guarantee anything. Nothing guarantees anything but hard work and perseverance. Now, the authenticity, the transparency of who I am as a person, my awareness of who I am as a person, that's what allows me, with confidence and with your trust and with authenticity, to create products and services for Swolenormous that I know are worth it. That's why I can charge $247 for my program, $100 on a special on occasion if you have the rare chance to see it. I know the value because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it sells for $10, for $50, for $100, or for $250. It doesn't matter because it's worth more than $250, and I know that. And my transparency with what I know, my transparency with what I put out there, with what I produce, is what allows me to give you, more. It's your trust in me. It's my authenticity and my transparency with you. So why does my stuff work? My stuff works because you know that I'm real. You know that I stand by my word. You know that when I produce content, I always give extra. And when I do, I put my time and my energy into it. I'm transparent. I do my vlogs. I execute on all platforms. I interact with you. I always give extra. I want to learn you because I really want you to see benefits from this. I really want to help more people. That's why I can go to a gym. I can go to a gym and be a personal trainer. But I am meant for something more than that. And that's not some spiritual, the plan for me. No, that's because I know I can affect more change on a broader scale by providing services that are unparalleled in ways that have not been done yet. And that authenticity and that trust is why my stuff works, because I know what works for me. I am not curious as to what works for me. I don't suppose what works for me. I'm not trying to figure out what works for me. I'm not trying to, break down and, trial and error. I fucking know what works for me. I know because I've done it. And I know how I've done it. I know the best way to do it. And the reason why is because I practice what I preach, and therefore I preach what I practice. So this ability to take shortcuts, to learn things at an accelerated rate, it's only going to make a difference if you put the effort into it. It still depends on you for hard work. I never tell you that, hey, you get this program, you're going to get amazing result, you're going to lose 10 pounds. You could. It's quite possible. People have. Doesn't mean you will. So no matter what, it puts a lot on you. You have to want it. You have to actually do it. You have to execute. So there's one thing to talk about it. There's one thing to sell products. There's one thing to have a community. There's one thing to execute on all levels and to do it with authenticity. And a lot of times with fitness, one of the major reasons why I'm so motivated with Swolenormous is that there is such a small amount of authenticity. There's always ulterior motives. There are people that want other things. There are people that expect other things. And the big difference is that I'm not trying to sell. I'm not trying to make anything from any of this. I'm not trying. There's no quick fix. No one puts out content, creates a community for that product or for that service, and is intimately involved on a daily basis if they want a quick out. That's not how this works. This is not some get-rich-quick scheme. My point is this. I know what works. The new venture, Swole Good Mobility, is based on that trust and that understanding. From what I've already done, from what I've already provided, and for what all you know that I'm going to provide and have the capacity and the capability to provide moving forward. So with any of these shows, with any of this feedback, with any of these one-on-ones, with any of these workouts, any of these broadcasts, any of my pictures, posts, videos, all this stuff is predicated on my authenticity and your connection with that authenticity and your desire to see results and your hard work. So it's really a community interpersonal relationship and effort. It's not all on my end and it's not all on your end. You know, tied into it together. And I am so absolutely 150% invested in the long-term product, in the development of the community, into where it's going. The small day-to-day things almost don't matter. The vision is so much larger. Swole Good Mobility, it almost doesn't matter. It's the tip of the iceberg. And that's the reason why today, being the last day to get Swole Good Mobility at the massively pre-ordered VIP access price of $27, the reason why that's so important is because it's not because that the launch ends today, like the pre-order. It's because that is such the tip of everything that in itself doesn't matter. If you understand what I'm saying, it's such the beginning that it's almost like, I mean, a year from now, it's going to be amazing what that has become, what Swolenormous has become. This has happened in a year. This actually happened, in a relatively short period of time. So the significance of this cannot be understated. Like the significance of Swole Good Mobility and of this beginning, this new thing that I've been talking about all week. We're talking about stability. We're talking about not being in pain, fixing injuries, improving strength, and longevity. The significance is enormous. The significance is enormous. But it's not important. And what that means is the direction is huge. It's the beginning of something amazing. But it's not more important than what we have right now. Which is why there's a guarantee for Swole Good Mobility. Which is why I never you don't want to be a part of it? You want to cancel? Then cancel. You're going to want to be a part of it. Not to mention, if you cancel, you can come back in and still get the same price. Like, you're going to lose out on that. But you sign up, you don't like it, then go. There's nothing here There's nothing here for anyone that doesn't want to be here. I don't hate if you don't want to do it. Watch my show every day. Comment, do the Daily Swole Club. We'll probably talk one-on-one. If you're like, I don't want to do it, then don't do it. I don't care if you do it. There are plenty of people. There are plenty of people who have jumped on it already. There are plenty of people who are dying to do it and that will do it. That's fine. There's 7 billion people in the world. I don't need you, but I want you, and I want you to find your path. I want you to be a part of this community in any aspect. I want you to watch the show. I want you to like a post. Fuck, if you just want to follow me on Instagram, like just follow me on Instagram. You don't have to watch this stuff. I want you to be a part of it in the way that you want to be a part of it. Because if we have a group of people that are transparent, that want the same thing, we attract like minds, we attract people around us that want positivity, that want a similar path. You know what I'm saying? Like, you surround yourself with like-minded people that have the passion to grow things the way you want to grow and to better themselves the way you hope they want to better themselves. Everyone wins. Rising tide raises all ships. Like, this is going to go up. This is going to be amazing for anyone that gets into it. And that's what it comes down to. Like, I don't want you there if you don't want to be there. Like, there's no stress, there's no irritation, there's no animosity. It's like, you don't want to do it, then don't do it. You know, you don't want to be a part of premium, then don't be a part of premium. You don't pay, you don't get in. You don't be a part of it, you're not a part of it. I mean, it's give or take. And the small amount of money that is like the entry, is like the cost of entry, is like so you have skin in the game. You know, free advice is, okay, like you still have to take the advice. But if you don't have any like chips in, you guys know what it means. You know what money is? It's like chips. It's your investment. It's your commitment. If you don't have a commitment, then who are you kidding? Like a lot of you might be looking at this like, I don't know if I can afford it. I don't know if I want to do this. What's it going to be like? If you don't go in, if you don't put any kind of skin in the game, then you're not willing to get results without it. You're already fucking lost. You're already lost. If you think you could do it on your own, then good luck. But you've been on your own this entire time and you don't have results. That's why you're watching this. People that have everything all figured out, listen to me carefully. And this is fine. You don't have to have everything all figured out. You want to better yourselves. But people like, there are no pro bodybuilders in here listening to what I'm saying, like, that are, okay, how do I lift? And like, they know what works for them. They've done the work. Like, that's not my audience. That's not the people that I'm trying to, better themselves. Like, you are all looking for a missing piece. You are all looking for something or that needs something in some respect, whether you just want to have like some people where you can, really friendly online and you have that camaraderie where you can drop some funny pictures and have a good community. That's priceless. That's priceless to have a community. There's no ego around that. If you're just in there for the community, you're just in there for like, quality information and good people, that's fine. Be a part of it. A lot of you are in here to learn. A lot of you are in here to practice. You've fallen off before. You want something that's going to grow. You want something that's going to care for you. You want something that's going to be an investment in you. You invest in them, they invest in you. And that's what happens in all my groups. This happens with Premium, the 90-Day Dash, and Swolga. So there's a link. I'll post it here in case if you haven't signed up yet. That'll give you some more information about it right there in the comments. Just post it. But if you don't want to be there, you don't. But you're going to want to. People stay in this community. That's why we have this, people, same faces showing up every day. Once you see results and you trust those results and you see what works, you stick. You stick. You're not going to get results. If you're here because you haven't gotten results on your own, don't think that, you can do it on your own. Not that you can't. Everyone can do it on their own. Everyone. You don't need me. You don't need me, but you probably need me. You could do all the research, learn everything. A lot of you don't have the passion, the time, or the interest and, trial and error. You can do, it's the proof. And it comes down to self-awareness, knowing yourself. And I'll use this in closing because this is absolute gold, right? You have to be aware of yourself to realize that you need help. You have to be aware of yourself to understand that I can't do this on my own. Could I? Doesn't mean you're not a smart person. Doesn't mean you're not a good person. Doesn't mean that you couldn't learn, but you haven't. You've gone through 20, 30, 40 years of not getting it done, and that's proof that you cannot do it yourself. What you're doing is elementally broken. On a fundamental level, it's broken. You've proven yourself. If you don't have results today and you're 30 years old, if you don't have results today and you're 40 years old, if you're not happy with what you have right now, and you've never looked for help, you never joined a group, you never done this stuff, never done Swole before, most of you haven't. Those 40 years are proof that you can't do it yourself. I don't care if you were in shape when you were 22, you're not in shape now. Who cares about the past? It's gone. What you have been doing hasn't worked. If you don't have, and most of you aren't happy with everything that you have, like you want to improve, then what you've been doing in your life hasn't been working yet. And that's just proof. Like literally, you don't have it. So how can you say what you've been doing is working? There's more to be done. And especially if you've been plateauing. I mean, it's especially if you're plateauing. Everyone needs help now and again, but if you're plateauing, you're proving yourself all the time that you haven't seen change, you've been struggling, that you can't do it the way you've been doing it. You can't do it yourself. So don't try to convince yourself that you can do it on your own. Look at the facts. Look at the fucking facts. If you don't have it, then that's proof that you can't. So all I'm asking for and all I'm recommending is that you try Swole. You take a chance, an investment on someone that you trust, someone that's authentic, someone that like literally that I do this. And put some skin in the game. Don't be a pussy. Put some skin in the fucking game. Don't bitch out again. Don't say you're going to do something again. Don't, okay, I'm going to start on Monday. I'm going to start going for a run. Have fun running and looking like a fucking runner. Want to build muscle? You want to be more flexible? You want to get rid of your pain? You want to carve out that core? You want to build bigger shoulders? You want to, improve the size of your legs? You want to have better aesthetics? Where do you think you're going to start? By just going to the gym and doing random shit? By just going for a run? I'm going to start losing weight and I'm going to start running again on Monday. Good luck with that shit. I'll see you in like 6 months when you haven't changed. So it comes down to the reality. What are you actually going to do? Most likely, because of habit and how human beings are, you're most likely going to close this live broadcast out and go to do the same shit you've already been doing. You're not going to get results. It's been proven. 20, 30, 40, 50 years of proof have already told you the answer. You're not going to get results on your own. You hate this, you don't like it, you don't want to do it anymore, then you cancel it and go back to no results. Plain and simple. I believe in my shit, whatever I do so much, I can say that. People don't give guarantees. Like, some people just try to sell. You give guarantees when you know your shit's good. When you know your shit's good. My 90-day dash program, I don't know if you knew this, my 90-day dash program has a 30-day money-back guarantee. You don't like it on day 29, you hate it, you're out of the group. Money back. Guess how many people have canceled? Not one. Not one. Not a single person. And they could have. But it's because I'm not just saying it. When I say something, I mean it. And when I say something is the way it is, it is. Because Swolenormous is Swolenormous because Swolenormous is me. I am fucking Swolenormous. This brand is me. And I'll be fucking damned if I put out anything that isn't 110% absolutely everything, if not more than what I say it is. So, today, ending at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m., this deal for $27 a month for Swole and Mobility, what I do. This is not like what I think you should do, what I want to do. This is what I do. $27, it's gone forever. You'll never see $27 a month again. It's grandfathered. You'll have it in forever. It doesn't bill for 40 days. you get that pre-order price for 40 days. It doesn't bill for 40 days because the first class is going to start on Monday. But when the ball's rolling, I'm giving people like grace period because once the flow is up and running, so you're getting an even better deal. It's just going to kick in, okay? Because those are doing the pre-order. It's not going to be a month from the week when like we're talking about it right now. If those of you that bought on Monday, so it's 10 days. So you're actually going to get like a head start on it. Those of you that purchase, all those that purchased today by 7 p.m. So that's all I have to say. But no joke. I am Swolenormous. I am the fucking storm. I am what is going to back every fucking thing that I put out here. The content's going to blow your mind. The education and the discipline is going to blow your fucking mind. And there's no risk. How often can you do something that has absolutely no risk? So the link is in the comments, is in the description. If you don't have my 90-day dash program, there is an upsell, a discount for $97 when you sign up for Swolenormous Mobility. You can get access for $97 for that. Unless you want to pay $247 later, it's $97. So I'm hooking it up like extra if you want to get on both. And like I said, Swolenormous Mobility, those workouts and classes can swap out for the 90-day dash. They can make it more challenging. So those are in the 90-day dash. It's almost a no-brainer to sign up for Swolenormous Mobility. But that's it. That's it. We're good here. We got it. We got it. Yep. That's it. As if there's anyone else here. Legit, people. Fucking legit. So don't sit on it. 7 p.m. is gone. And orientation's at 8 p.m. Eastern time. Okay? So if you want it, prove it. If you want it, prove it. And if you don't do this, you better prove it to yourself because you haven't so far. So it's time to prove it. Put some skin in the game, invest in yourself. And if you don't, you better sure as fuck change 40 years of bad habits to get on it because you're going to be alone. So don't miss the opportunity. It's great. It's awesome. I love it. I love each and every one of you. If you don't do it, I love you. Be here tomorrow, 12 noon Eastern time, episode 357 of The Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular podcast in the motherfucking realm. This realm, not just Earth, the sun, the Milky Way, all that shit. Alpha Centauri, the most muscular podcast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our motherfucking biceps. Love you. Thank you so much for joining me every day at 12 noon Eastern time right here on the Facebook page at Swolenormous. Thanks for watching on YouTube and listening to the podcast on SoundCloud and iTunes. Peace out. I'll see you tomorrow for episode 358. Remember, links are in the description. If you want to sign up for Swolenormous Mobility, get a disgusting discount offer for the 90-day dash. Click the link. Do it today. Offer ends 7 p.m. You'll never see $27 again. I promise you, you'll miss it once it's gone. Trust me. Love you. Peace out. See you tomorrow.